I'm standing here looking down at the small boat now resting on the shore. The ride over was rough, waves crashing violently over the sides and nearly capsizing us several times. My partner had to take matters into his or her own hands, grabbing the rudder and keeping us straight as the sea tried its best to tip us over. We made it, though, only having seen land for brief moments throughout our trip. I can feel excitement growing in me, knowing we will finally get to meet that weren't people in general, and the native Scots specifically spoken highly of. Our guides said no group like this had ever been allowed entry onto its shores. No problem, we thought. All we wanted to do was check out the largest collection of cryptids the world had to offer. That, and take plenty of photos. Taking some time there at last, finding landfall. We held council with camp. Should we risk venturing onto dry ground, or set up base in our tents? That was easy enough after watching a gargantuan creature the likes of which couldn't exist crashing through foliage. Run for your lives didn't seem so bad if whatever crashed about decided instead to simply run right toward the lakeside, far away from us, at least temporarily. Surely decisions like setting foot onto rocks and then grass won't mean too much now, as we huddled together away from that darkening forest beyond. Perhaps what came crashing towards us did, once the familiar sound of gentle growls filled our ears. We now heard louder, more menacing ones emanate through trees. Couldn't keep motionless forever, however. Just knew part of staying safe was being able to make distance between predators intent on catching an evening bite. I wasn't ready to stick around and become filling after only a day on solid earth. Prey silence descended upon the party again as we got trapped in fading consciousness, forced there unwillingly for an extended nap, but I myself roused aware, yet feeling less secure for facing what lay outside the cave entrance, allowing light filtering, really sure that something is not quite right here. Every instinct inside of my body screamed for us to turn back, to head for safety, and never look back at these monstrous animals. But my rational mind refused to listen to these impulses, telling itself that perhaps these creatures are just misunderstood, that we can learn to coexist peacefully alongside them. As we continued deeper into the woods, the smell of decay grew stronger, causing my stomach to churn uneasily. Suddenly, we heard movement coming from the darkness ahead, and my heart raced as adrenaline pumped through my veins. Without warning, the trees parted to reveal a massive bear twice the size of any natural animal I had ever seen. Its eyes gleamed with malice, and saliva dripped from its jaws as it watched us approach cautiously. We tried to communicate with it calmly, offering pieces of raw meat to pacify it. However, our efforts were futile as it swiftly lunged forward, swiping at us with its claws. We barely managed to dodge its attack before turning tail and sprinting away as fast as we could go. As we ran further from the bear, we noticed something else moving in the forest. It looked humanoid, and our hearts leapt into our throats as fear gripped us tightly. What kind of terrors had we stumbled upon? Were they going to kill us without hesitation? The question remained unanswered as we reached the outskirts of the village, where a group of people surrounded us. The villagers stared intimidatingly at us, their features twisted and mutated, making us wonder whether they were even human anymore. Were these villagers subjected to genetic manipulation or victimized by some curse? Questions flooded our minds as we struggled to maintain composure amidst their scrutiny. The village appeared to be nothing short of eerie, with dilapidated houses and broken windows sending cold shivers down our spines. Somehow, the uneasy atmosphere only added fuel to our curiosity as we pressed forwards to uncover more. Noticing an old woman sitting alone beside a fire, we approached her carefully. Her cataract-blurred eyes seemed to glint through the darkness, fixating on us with an unsettling intensity. She beckoned us closer, her bony fingers curling in a motion that seemed both welcoming and foreboding. As we sat down before her, the old woman's raspy voice filled the air, echoing with a haunting melody. She spoke of a curse that had befallen the village, transforming its inhabitants into grotesque creatures that prowled the night. She revealed that the bear we encountered was not a natural beast, but a cursed soul trapped in an eternal cycle of rage and torment. The old woman warned us of the dangers lurking within the village, urging us to leave before darkness fell. However, the very cryptids we had sought were now our reality, and the allure of uncovering their mysteries consumed us. Ignoring the old woman's advice, we thanked her for the information and ventured deeper into the heart of the cursed village. As twilight blanketed the land, casting long shadows that seemed to dance with unseen horrors, we tiptoed cautiously through the crumbling street. Strange noises echoed through the air, a symphony of eerie whispers and inhuman growls. Every now and then we caught glimpses of twisted figures skulking in the corners of our vision, disappearing into the darkness before we could truly comprehend their form. Our camera shutters clicked incessantly, capturing the macabre essence of the village. We were drawn to an abandoned church at the center of the village square, its once sturdy walls now crumbling and covered in sinister symbols. Inside, the air was thick with an otherworldly presence, and we felt an inexplicable urge to uncover the secrets hidden within. Descending into the crypt beneath the church, we found ourselves surrounded by rows of ancient tombs. The flickering candlelight illuminated the faded inscriptions on the stone slabs, each one bearing the name of a deceased villager. One name in particular caught our attention: the name of the old woman we had spoken to earlier. A cold draught swept through the crypt, extinguishing our candles. Panic gripped us as darkness swallowed us whole, leaving only the sound of our quickened breaths echoing in the suffocating silence. Suddenly, a haunting voice filled the chamber, resonating from all directions. It was the voice of the old woman warning us that our intrusion had awakened an ancient evil. As the darkness receded, replaced by an ethereal glow, we found ourselves face to face with a towering creature. It possessed the body of a bear, but with elongated limbs, its eyes burning with malevolence. It was the embodiment of the curse that plagued the village. The cursed creature lunged at us, its claws slashing through the air. We fought desperately for our lives, dodging its attacks and searching for a way to break the curse. With each strike, the creature grew more frenzied, its roars filling the crypt with a bone-chilling cacophony. In a moment of clarity, we remembered the old woman's words. She had mentioned a talisman hidden within the church that held the power to banish the curse. We needed to find it to free the villagers from their tormented existence and escape the clutches of this vengeful creature. We raced through the crypt, our hearts pounding with a mix of fear and determination. Finally, we discovered an ornate box concealed beneath a pile of ancient scriptures. Inside, resting on a bed of velvet, was the talisman, a shimmering amulet pulsating with an otherworldly energy. As we held the amulet aloft, the cursed creature faltered, its rage momentarily subsiding. With a final surge of courage, we recited an incantation inscribed on the talisman, calling upon ancient powers to break the curse. The amulet radiated a blinding light, engulfing the crypt in a dazzling spectacle. When the light faded, we found ourselves back in the church, surrounded by the villagers. But this time, their twisted forms had reverted to their original human shapes. Gratitude filled their eyes as they thanked us for freeing them from their monstrous curse. As we left the village, the old woman, now restored to her true form, approached us one last time. She cautioned us never to speak of what we had witnessed, for the world was not yet ready to accept the existence of such horrors. With a knowing smile, she disappeared into the depths of the village, leaving us with a sense of both wonder and dread. And so we returned to the outside world, forever marked by the horrors we had witnessed in that cursed village. The photographs we took became a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurks just beyond the boundaries of our understanding. As we shared our story with the world, it remained a cautionary tale, a reminder that sometimes curiosity can lead us down a path from which there is no return. For just $3 a month, you can have your name featured in my YouTube videos and descriptions. Not only will you be supporting my channel, but you'll also be immortalized in the credits of my content. If you're looking for something a bit more personalized, consider becoming a $25 a month patron. I'll voice your stories and bring them to life on my channel. Create a special drawing just for you, or even write a unique story tailored to your interests. So don't hesitate. Join my patron community today and help me keep the spooky stories coming. And remember, together we can save each other from the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for your support.